Hey everybody, Richard's Vinyl Taphouse back with, as promised, part 2 of January pickups. And this lot stemmed from a big, huge trade-in of records I took to my local spot near where I live. And they gave me a very generous trade-in allowance, and I was like, ooh, what do you have? So I spent a good hour going through the store looking for cool stuff, and they came through in spades. So let's talk about it. First of all, picked up last year's Record Store Day um, first time issue in the United States of Gorky's Zygotic Monkey, a Welsh Psych-Folk album considered a masterpiece by many. I had never heard of this prior to last year when it was announced for Record Store Day. I was like, what is this? And then four or five people put on their Record Store Day pickups, and I got curious, so I definitely wanted to look into it. Yeah, Jungle Swirl Vinyl, and there's some colors in there, I suppose. Really fascinating album. I've played this a couple of times already, and it's growing on me really rapidly. Psych folk, alt indie. It's a little bit of everything. It's a really interesting album. So not sure if they're still around. I don't think they are. But fascinating album from, yeah, Gorky's Zygotic Monkey. It's called Barafundle. Yeah, interesting little album. Next up, this pickup surprised me first of all when I saw it because it's from the group Sham 69, which I almost never see over here in the States. Punk from the 70s all the way up to the present day. And I picked this up several years ago. This is Hurry Up Harry the Collection. So CD kind of best of Sham 69. The album I found was called Soapy Water and Mr. Marmalade from 1995. Sham 69 are kind of slightly different bent on punk rock, where they were considered new punk and part of the Oi music subgenre. I still haven't quite figured out what Oi is. I get a feeling it's kind of comes from, I don't know, football chants and whatnot. Really fun album. But again, this is 20 years into their career. This isn't a super, you know, inventive album for them where like a best of collection like this might be a great, better place to start. I really picked this up just because I saw it and I was like, oh my god, Sham 69 album on vinyl? Yes, please. So, yeah, nothing stands out about this. There's some inserts with some literature to read, and it's on black vinyl. So, yeah, Sham 69, Soapy Water, and Mr. Marmalade. What else do we got down here? I was very happy to find this because I do love James, and their stuff on vinyl is not easy to come by in the States. Um, this is the definitive best of James. Came out last year called Nothing But Love. Double sprawling, double album of best of songs. A lot of this comes from their best of collection from many years ago. About half the songs are from that, and then half are some from other sources. A couple of B-sides and some new songs too. James did songs like Sometimes, which is my entry point from the Laid album way back when. But they're really prolific, and it's really hard to know exactly what to pick up from them. I have a couple of other vinyl pieces other than this, but I'm really glad to get this in my collection. I'm pretty sure. Oh, the inners on these have kind of like where the song came from, some info about the lyrical content or where that song was, why it was written, kind of thing. So very definitive look at the band James. Trevor, are you there? Trevor, Skinny Puppy has finally made it to the house. I've wanted to pick up the Skinny Puppy Rabies album for years, and it just never did, and finally did. So this is from 1989. Skinny Puppy are kind of a socio-political, industrial, electronic hodgepodge of industrial music. This is really good, and I'm super glad that Trevor kind of recommended. This is where I start out with them. I think this is on black vinyl for the label people. Got a piece to use, some literature on here, stuff to read, information, solid album. Skinny Puppy are kind of more along the lines of like Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, Helmet maybe, but not quite as abrasive as say Ministry or Nights Are Up kind of thing. But it's definitely in the continuum of industrial music. Really good album from Skinny Puppy. Glad to have that one. This was a surprise used album in the used bins. It was like $6. This is Stranglers live excerpt. It's from the 70s. This is a really early look at what a live Stranglers show is like. It's edgy punk. The band is kind of cajoling the audience in ways. So it's, I guess some of their live shows were mayhem. Interesting little track listing on the back. I had never seen this in a while, and I was like, why not? They have a lot of live albums, apparently. My introduction to Stranglers was Oral Structure, based from the song Skin Deep, from back in the, 80s, I guess. Still had that album. But wanted to try out some earlier Stranglers, and this definitely fit the bill. Cool cover art, by the way, too. Anything on the inside? Just an inner black vinyl, I'm assuming. Yeah. Good Stranglers album. Always glad to find stuff like that. One more. Oh, still in the punk. Jawbreaker. Love Jawbreaker. Kind of on the harder edge of kind of breaking the line between hardcore and punk. But this is the Jawbreaker. It's a double album called Etc., which is literally what it is. It's like outtakes, B-sides, extra stuff over the course of Jawbreaker's career. But I'll tell you, this plays like a greatest hits because these are not throwaway songs. It's really solid album. My introduction to Jawbreaker was from the Unfun album, which is with the cat on it, if you've seen that before. Great little band. I love picking up their stuff whenever I can, and lo and behold, I found this on sale, and I was like, yep, I'm going to add this to the pile. So I made a dent in my store credit for this place, but I haven't used up all of it. So I'm going to still work on that, and actually I picked up some stuff the other day at their other store across town, and I'll talk about that soon. Next coming up will be my vintage vinyl deep dive, which I hope to put up by the weekend. So thank you for coming along on this journey of January pickups. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.